If you're like most people, then you execute a mixture of subjectively positive and negative behaviors on a daily basis. And that's basically the makings of our entire lives. Behaviors, conscious and unconscious, which dictate our futures. And depending on the intentionality of your habits, dictates whether that future is certain or uncertain. In other words, the secret to curating the life that you desire lies within curating your behaviors. But therein lies a great issue because the average person lacks the self-control required to take control of the steering wheel of their life. And if you cannot develop enough self-control to take control of your behaviors, then you are breeding uncertainty, which leads to an uncertain future. A future which is subject to the whims of your unique genetic makeup infused with your immediate environment. And that's a scary realization. In fact, I used to be at the mercy of addiction, and it took many forms, from playing video games to pornography to drugs and alcohol. And I'm still battling this dragon to some degree, but through deliberate interference, I have learned to seriously wound the beast. The solution is not to transform shame into fuel or beat yourself every time that you backslide. I've done enough of that for a lifetime, and it does not get you anywhere. The solution is to reveal clarity surrounding your behaviors, then strategically implement accountability that previously did not exist. And if you're finding yourself in a moment of weakness, then realize that it isn't that you don't care or that you don't have enough willpower. It's that your environment or stress responses are just currently stronger than your intentions. But this reality can and will be course corrected. That's where the behavior checklist comes in. And it's not some magical fix that will suddenly shift you into who you desire to become. Rather, it's a document that's meant to serve as a reminder for accountability, which a lot of us seem to actually lack. For example, in retrospect, we're often very inaccurate when recounting how many times we have executed a given behavior. How many times last week did you overindulge in sweets? How many times did you miss a workout? The list may be different, and the list may go on. Without any sort of journaling practice, calendar entry, or better yet, a behavior checklist, we are running totally on autopilot. Just executing behaviors because that's the default script which you have adopted up until this point at least. But by shining a spotlight on each and every behavior, we actually illuminate the truth, whether it's ugly or beautiful. The truth that was certainly hidden from us before we took an accountability approach. And by documenting our daily lives, we slowly are able to gain clarity around our behaviors, allowing us to, over time, intentionally drift them in a certain way towards the life that we desire. I have created a blank behavior checklist for you guys that you can download in the description for free, or you can create one on your own if you prefer. All that really matters is that you have a positive behavior section and a negative one, and then a checkbox for each day of the week as you progress along. And ideally, at the end of each week, you include a spot where you can journal about how the week has gone so that you can course correct in the future if something kind of went awry or if something just didn't work out the way that you planned it to. It's where you can document what went right, what went wrong, etc., so on and so forth. And if this digital format isn't quite right for you, then try writing it out. And your list doesn't even have to be especially exhaustive. It could just be as simple as improve sleep patterns and reduce nail biting, for example. And that is totally okay. The fact that you're creating a list and putting in effort in the first place proves to your brain that you crave change and that you're willing to work for it. And that's a hugely necessary step in order to accomplish the future which you desire. Anyways, that's about it. I know this was a shorter entry, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. It's kind of what I've been working on in 2026 as kind of like a way to curate my life towards my New Year's resolutions, kind of infuse the two or whatever. But if you guys enjoyed this, please hit the like button, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. You know the drill. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.